Men of Real Estate here on KCAA Radio. You can find us at 102.3 FM, 106.5 FM, or 1050 AM. Continuing our conversation here with Spencer Rysman, and we were just talking about your first property you ever invested in that caught fire last fall. So you've been having a hell of a time working with contractors to get it back together. So where's it at now? Where are you going?
Yeah, so right now it's sort of just a juggling act
Okay.
of trying to get the various things wrapped up, the things that were supposed to be fixed this whole time due to the fire, and then the things that were uncovered when, either they found it when they opened up the walls or whatever, or like I briefly mentioned, like somebody didn't drain the lines and the pipes froze and just stuff like that.
Wow.
I actually just talked to the neighborhood code compliance office this morning. There's a hearing in July. I don't think I'm supposed to be present for that. I wouldn't be as an out-of-state
Oh boy,
owner.
that could get exciting quick.
Anyway, it's supposed to be wrapped up now. They're basically like, they've been kind of like poking me saying like, hey, dude, you've had enough time on this. Like, we need to start like, it's nothing serious. The letters seem very serious, but then when I got on the phone with the lady, she's basically like, yeah, we just need to know if this is going to be done anytime soon. So
Okay.
supposedly it is going to be done soon. It should be wrapping up by the end of this month, but
That'd be great. Gosh.
Yeah,
You're still getting
had,
income replacement from the insurance company though, right?
yeah, I am,
Oh,
which is like
good.
the only thing that saved me. Truthfully, I probably would have had to
Man.
sell the property months ago if it weren't for that. So like,
So
thank
big lesson to
goodness.
all our listeners about make sure that you've got the right insurance and the right amount.
Yeah, and that's one thing that like, even like my property manager, like, because my insurance told me that I wasn't responsible for those hotel stays when the tenants were displaced.
Mm.
And I told my property manager, I'm like, hey, these guys told me I wasn't responsible for this. And she's like, hey, I've been doing this a long time, and this is a lesson for me now that I need to be reviewing my owner's insurance policies as well.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, you never stop learning here. So
I mean,
anyway, it should all be wrapped up soon.
good news. Gosh, I hope it is for your
Yeah.
sake, and I hope the tenants, are they moving back in? Same tenant or?
No, new, better tenants.
Ah,
I haven't found them yet, but there will be new, better tenants.
good deal. All right. Well,
Yeah,
upward and onward, all that. I hope
yeah,
I hope this month is it.
I hope so
So
too.
what are you working on next? You're gonna have all this
Um,
free time, right?
right. So I'm not really sure. I kind of like slowed things down a little because of all this, and I knew I didn't really have like money to invest anyway, and I didn't want to get too many open projects at once. I flipped a house last year remotely, and it was really stressful.
Oh
And I
wow.
realized I just kind of maybe had too much on my plate at
Yeah.
once. So
Yeah.
that was a learning experience for me big time. Didn't make money on that flip
Bummer.
and probably lost a
Shoot.
lot of hair, but a learning experience. And like, that's what I kind of just had to keep telling myself. Um, so I've kind of slowed down. I know that I'm going to be trying to ramp things back up as this all kind of comes to a close. I am looking to still move more full-time into real estate and less full-time on web design. But I want to be, deliberate in the moves that I take.
Right. Yeah, take these
Like I
lessons,
said
roll it up
before, like,
into an action plan.
yeah, maybe I didn't do all the market research and all that, but like I said before, like it wasn't just like a whim that I bought these houses, right? They were deliberate choices that I thought about. So um, my my focus time, research time just went towards other areas.
Got it.
But what I want to do right now is ideally look for maybe another single family home in Indiana once this wraps up. My wife and I are trying to look into getting an apartment in Columbia. So like that's where
Hmm.
she's from.
Oh, okay.
She inherited a small amount of money, um, enough for maybe like a down payment on an apartment.
Okay.
Because rather than trying to get that money out of Columbia and to here,
I
it would take
see.
too big of a hit. And I would love to have like an apartment that we can use as like a short-term rental
Absolutely.
down there as well. Like to me, that interests me tremendously. Like I said in the beginning, like we really like to travel. So and going all the way back to like my Airbnb days when we rented our second bedroom out, like it's always been something that interests me. I think we did a great job when we hosted, and I've always wanted to get back into it since then. Uh, so,
Yeah, I share
so
that
yeah,
passion
like
with you. I'm eyeballing a
yeah,
couple right now.
yeah. So I would do it in San Diego too, but the cost of property here is crazy, and I don't really know what's going to happen with the short term rentals here. But
They're this
um,
fall they're knocking it down from they're trying to take 10,000 of them off the market, and
yeah,
yeah, it's a 2-year lottery only, and it sounds like the hotel lobby got a hold of the
oh
city
yeah,
council. It's brutal.
not
It's
surprising.
really brutal. I can't imagine operating an Airbnb in town anymore. I just
Yeah,
can't see it.
but anywhere like in this part of the country would be very, very cool. I would love to. But so yeah, like I know those are like three pretty different
Mhm.
directions, but that's also like that's how I operate. I like to try new things and do
Yeah,
different things. Um, I
that's
don't.
exciting. Wow.
That to me is so much more exciting and interesting to me than trying to like scale up to 20 units over the next couple of years in Fort Wayne. Which not opposed to it, but I'd love to do some of these other
Right.
things as well.
Well, and get some access to other markets and, spread out a little bit so you're not
Totally.
so exposed to one town. One of the major factories
Hmm.
closes, then what, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I'm a creative person. Like that's just who I am. So
Sure.
um, variety um, and try new things is what
Yeah.
appeals to me.
Right on. Well, before we have to sign off today, where can people learn more about you? Or how can they get a hold of you, maybe?
I don't know that you can learn more about me outside of this radio show. It's my first one, and
All right.
so you can find me on Instagram, but you're mostly going to find travel photos. But if you want to look at my Instagram or message me on there, it'd just be at S Rysman, all no spaces or special characters, anything, just S Rysman, S
So
R Y
RYS.
S
Yep.
M A N.
Okay, great. Cool.
Or Gmail, spencer.rysman@gmail.com. Feel free to reach out to me.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. I hope so, if folks are interested in getting into things or want to talk to you about what you're doing, that'd be really cool. So thanks for being here today. I really enjoyed the
Yeah.
conversation. This is really interesting to hear about some of the details I hadn't learned about yet. Well, a lot that I hadn't learned about yet. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Dan. Yeah, now I need to go get an agent. So
Perfect. Well, thanks again. And for the Real Men of Real Estate on KCAA Radio, have a great rest of your afternoon.